every Monday night.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children.
Every Monday night?
Or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Every Monday night.
And every Monday night.
Then we have a super sound DJ.
Sean Cook.
Good people, it is my pleasure to present to you...
Sean Cook.
the one and only...
Sean Cook.
Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. Hello, 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 welcome to the show.
So let's have fun.
Now, for those of you watching in black and white, this one is in Technicolor.
Stand by for action.
Oh, Sean Cook.
And a very good evening. Welcome along. Nice to be back on the airwaves. Feeling loads better. Thank you very much for all of your lovely messages. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there. Anyway, I'd like to say hello to my friend who's joined us this evening here at the studio, Sid the Spider. No, it's actually Boris the Spider. Yes, I've got a Boris in here. Not for long. Anyway, how was your weekend? Hopefully it was lovely. We've been having some fine weather, haven't we? Well, it's about blooming time. It's almost summer, come on! Anyway, great show this evening, if I may say so myself. It'd be less of me, more music. But we've got not one, but two very, very special, important people coming. So first of all, we've got Paul Phillips. And looking forward to a good chat with Paul. And he's got something of a surprise to let us have to play. So I'm looking forward to that. And then later on in the next hour, we got the front man from the Sonics. Looking forward to talking with Mark McLaren, and also he's got a new release as well. And he's going to have a little chinwag with me as well. So not one, but two very special guests. Okay. Okay, let's do it then. Hopefully we'll have Paul Phillips on the other end of this phone call. You never know. I hope he hasn't forgotten.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
Ah, right, okay. We'll try Paul again in a few seconds' time because he's not answering his phone. What's he like? We're going to try again now. See if we can get hold of Paul Phillips this time. Ready?
Hello.
Hello, would that be the marvellous Paul Phillips?
Yes, yeah.
The marvellous Paul Phillips that's got a mobile and doesn't answer it. No, I'm only joking, Paul.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, a little bit faint, but yeah, my mobile web in my village is a bit faint. So.
Oh, right, okay. No worries at all. Well, we got you now. That is absolutely brilliant. And, Paul, first and foremost, we're just going to do a little bio of you. And you wrote this, so excuse me if I get this completely wrong, but your name is Paul and you're a mod. And you started
I certainly am.
Great! And you started out with a two-tone scene when you was around about 12, then progressed
Probably
to...
younger, actually.
Oh, right, okay. You lied on your bio then, never mind. Then progressed to the likes of the Jan, the Small Faces, etc. And why not? And you followed all the revival bands, some of which, like the Lambretters, and let me put my glasses on, and become good friends with them as well. That is fantastic. And you have a passion for vinyl.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. We're doing well so far. And a few years ago, you teamed up with Faye Hallam. Now, I have played with...
do you know Faye?
I do know of Faye. I don't know her personally, but I have played one of her great hits, and I will tell you in a second which one it is. But it's really catchy.
Time, probably.
Oh, that's the one. That is so catchy. I love it. And that's on an
probably
EP.
Like feels like it's love or something like that. And it's nearly got in the chart and stuff like that.
Yeah, indeed. Let me tell you what it is, actually, because I've got it here, and I will play that later on today before we go home this evening.
Wow.
Hang on, what else are we going to do? So you've had a success with Faye Hallam on your own record label, which is Dr. Soulmaker Records. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my new soul. Well, it's not new. It's about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
But literally, I've only got two releases on it. Yeah.
Starting to
the
feel
first
good.
one was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was with Faye, and the new one is a different. Well, it's a band called Stoned. Hang on a sec.
It's called Stone Soul Picnic.
Featuring Pauline Black from the Selector.
That's correct, yeah. Just turn
that's a bit of a scoop, that one.
Absolutely, and that is a brilliant scoop as well, let's be honest, because Pauline Black, for those who don't know, obviously she was the lead singer with the Selector back in the two-tone days, which was the late 70s and obviously going through into the sort of early to mid-80s, and I know the Selector are still around, aren't they? They still do some
I mean,
shows
it's like
as
the
well.
40th anniversary of the Selector.
Of all two-tone as well this year, isn't it?
Yeah, and two-tone, yeah.
Absolutely. And
so my mate Justin, he's been gigging with them for years. In various incarnations, different bands and stuff, like the Specials and stuff like that, you know. So he's quite well connected, shall we say.
Oh, we'll have to get hold of him at a certain time then and find out a little bit more about him.
I think you should interview him.
I think you should go and get him now. No, I'm only joking, not now. But we will do that on a later Monday, which will be fantastic.
You get on well with him. He's a good laugh.
That's what we want. So, Paul, let's find out a little bit about you then. So, musically...
Well, I'm a GP. I'm a doctor.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I've actually had this little temperature, actually. And that's not... You've not heard that one before. Which is actually quite funny because I actually have been under the weather for the last week or so. But
I know you've been unwell. I saw that you've been unwell. I felt like sort of phoning you up and saying, you know, are you okay?
Oh, I do feel a lot better. It's the medication I'm on. I've just got to persevere with it. It will obviously, hopefully, kick in. I've got a great wife behind me, and sometimes she's in front of me as well. And she says to me, "Keep persevering." I hate that word, perseverance.
But I tell you what, no, it's great. No, I mean, this is somebody told me to put on. When I started the record thing, somebody told me to say, well, why don't you use your medical thing and just have a bit of a laugh with it? And sort of tongue-in-cheek. So it's Dr. Soulmaker Records.
I love that. It's absolutely brilliant because obviously the doctors in the house, you know, we had all of that back in the sort of like mid-80s with all the sort of rap and hip-hop and everything. Everyone was a doctor of something or other. And here we are. We're actually speaking to a real-life doctor. So you're not
we don't necessarily have to say that on air.
No, I haven't.
No, you can if you want. I'm not bothered.
You started it. So how long have you been doctoring then?
Oh, about 20 years. More than 20 years, probably.
Okay, and...
I'm 49.
All right, okie dokie. So you've been... it's pretty much your passion in the doctoring, and...
Yeah, but see, music's my passion outside of doctoring.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. So you have the best of both worlds, really, because...
I think so, yeah. It sort of pays my sort of thing. You know, I used to do promoting for bands, sort of moddy bands, and this is the second record that I've managed to sort out, and I'm really proud of it because I think Pauline Black's vocals are fantastic on it.
Oh, absolutely!
Did you get it on one of?
I have got it, and I will be playing it a little bit later. Now, I'm going to ask you before I do play it later. Am I allowed to play the full amount, or do you want me just to play a snippet of it?
I'm quite happy for you to play the full amount.
Thank you.
And but just say it's been remastered.
Yes, I will mention that.
We're going to release it, and I'll give you more details about that.
Oh, that'd be great, Paul. Thank you.
That'll be in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think. And it's coming out on sort of coloured vinyl. It's going to be like blue vinyl with a picture of the band on the cover. Pauline's been paid for a session.
That's brilliant. She's happy.
she's okay with it. And,
Excellent. Now, what is this?
So,
Just
yeah.
going back to your vinyl for a second. Coloured vinyl. Now, obviously, I've got a, and thank you for this, by the way, I've got a lovely 7-inch here of the Faye Hallam Trinity, and it's got some brilliant tracks on here. Now, I've only played it once, and that is all I'm going to play, okay, because I have actually got this, almost mastered down now to an MP3. I will actually get that sorted. And there's 4 brilliant tracks on here: How to Be Here, Wonder, Rain, and Sleep. But talking about vinyl and your coloured vinyl, this is on purple vinyl. How'd you do that?
Oh, it's quite easy, really. It's interesting because one of your friends messaged me today, in fact, to say he was on your show, and he said, "Can you put me in touch with some vinyl people?" Simon or something.
Oh, Simon James. Yes.
Simon James, that guy.
Mr. Cordy to his friends.
Right, yeah, that's the one.
That's him. Yeah, we've got we had a lovely chat with him a couple of weeks back, just before I was taken ill, and what a really nice fella. He actually sat in his van and spoke to me. He said, "I didn't want the distraction of other people and children." I thought,
well, anyway,
fantastic.
he's going to get in touch with me because I've got some details for him for some future vinyl projects and things like that. So
brilliant, and you can easily be hold of on Messenger on Facebook, and obviously all the other bits and pieces as well. Not hard to find, are you, Paul?
No, I'm not difficult to find.
You know where he is? We'll send him round and we'll sort him out. No, indeed. So, what's next for you then, Paul? What's the next on the sort of on the table for you?
I've got some more tracks from Stone Soul Picnic.
Yep.
Which is sort of a Hammond-based sort of. It's got a bit of a mod following. It's sort of like funky stuff.
Yeah.
You know. And so I think we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah.
And then maybe probably stick that one up in about, I don't know, a few months. Don't know.
That sounds absolutely fantastic indeed, because, you know, it's nice to actually have. I mean, obviously, we champion unsigned music, and obviously, you know, we champion lots of different sorts of music as well here on Target Radio. And the good thing about it is, it's a good platform for the new and up-and-coming bands, whether they've just been signed or not been signed, to actually have like a platform to have played on there. So that's what we're all about. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be always mod. It can be sort of Northern song. It can be some 60s sounding bands. It can be some right heavy bands as well. We don't really care here, because at the end of the day, I think everyone should have a go at this. But most importantly, what really, I don't know about yourself, okay, this is one of my bugbears, that you get other radio stations out there that do a battle of the bands, and I really think, no, come on, that's just wrong. I think everyone should be treated completely equal.
Well, I think nowadays you have to play it that way. And
absolutely.
I'm very eclectic in my... Well, I'm pretty much full on mod, but, you know, I like my jazz, I like my Northern soul, you know, I like everything, really.
Yeah, I'm the same, really. I mean, my first love was the Jam, the Who. I mean, the Who and the Jam, actually, in that order, if you wish. You know, and obviously all the bits and pieces in between, you know. I love all of that stuff. And I love all these new bands that have come out now. Just to name a couple off the top of my head. Serious Chord Squad, we spoke with... you know, with Mike Thompson just a few minutes ago before your good self, and they play some really good covers, and they've got a couple of their own tracks as well. They're absolutely fantastic, and they're playing in Brighton this weekend. I mean, you know, that is absolutely fantastic. You got the Transmitters from up north, you know, near Bolton. Can't do the northern accent. And again, they play a lot of their own original stuff, which I really take my hat off, because it's such a sort of a dangerous game to play when you come out with your own music, because they're expecting you to play A Town Called Malice and things like that. You know, and sometimes I think really good because they're so catchy. So, you know, I love like this real rawness of these bands that are out here now doing this, and that is why, you know, you're on the show, because obviously it's a good plug for you for what you do, but obviously you share a passion of music.
Oh, brilliant.
So
I think we're on the same page and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Now, we mentioned Justin. Now, he's on a Hammond organ, is that correct?
Oh, yeah, he's a fantastic player.
And he's been recording with a couple of celebs,
he's got a
haven't
Grammy Award, for God's sake.
Oh, right. Well, I definitely need him on the show.
Yeah, you do need him on the show, and he's really good on the show, on radio shows and stuff.
Fantastic.
He got a Grammy Award for Best Hammond Player on the reggae album with Lee Scratch Perry.
Wow. Now, he gets around Lee Scratch Perry because not one, but two of my presenters here on Target Radio, Mr. John Chidlow, who does a Frontline Reggae show on a weekly basis, and he plays original vinyl as well, Paul, which is absolutely fantastic. So you've got all the snaps, crackles, and pops on his show, which I used to filter out, and I thought, do you know, I'm just going to leave them in, and people love it. And we've also got the brilliant Ben Phillips. He's a younger lad and loves his two-tone, Northern Soul, modern, all of that stuff. But he's actually interviewed Lee Scratch Perry on a couple of occasions. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, and he seems to get all the big names. He's just interviewed the specials, for goodness sake. Yeah. So, again, you know, a brilliant chap, this Lee Scratch Perry.
Well, Justin knows all of them. He's played for the specials and all of them.
Fantastic. And he's also been recording just recently with a couple of great people called P.P. Arnold and Steve Craddock as well.
Oh, last week. He
Brilliant. Tell us more about that, please.
Well, he got a call from Steve Craddock saying, "Can you come and play on my new record with P.P. Arnold?"
Wow.
Because she was playing. She's done a sort of, I think it's like a double album with old stuff and new stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got like, you know, all her original hits and stuff, like Angel of the Morning and stuff like that.
And she's got such a lovely voice, let's be honest.
Yeah, and she still looks great.
Oh, absolutely.
And Paul Weller's has written a couple of songs for her.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, a scoop. A scoop. Wow.
Paul Weller was sort of floating around.
As he does.
Selfies with Paul.
He seems to turn up at the most unusual places, doesn't he?
Oh, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. No, it's really good. So I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, yeah, indeed. And is it going to be on your record label or is it going to be on a different record label?
Well, it's not. I don't think that one's going to be on my label.
Well, you never know. Reach high, Paul, come on.
Well, you never know, but you never know.
You never know, indeed. So for yourself, then, I mean, obviously you've got, the...
I know these guys, yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. But you've got Stone Soul Picnic, so who's in there?
Well, that's Justin Dodsworth.
Okay.
That's his baby, right? So he's a Hammond organ player.
Right.
And then he's got a few mates from Nottingham who, they basically got day jobs, but he sort of pulls them in every so often, but they're really good musicians.
Fantastic.
And then he knows people like Steve Craddock from Paul Weller's band.
Yep.
He knows Pauline Black. He's played with her a few times. He knows all the specials. It's the Midland sort of thing. He knows. He lives in Nottingham, so
he's in the right place, really, isn't he?
Yeah, they'll know each other. So. You'd have a brilliant interview with him.
Well, that is what we're going to aim for. We're going to try and do that in the next few weeks. That would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, not the bank holiday Monday, which is next Monday, because I'm off on that day, because I'm going to be in Brighton the day before, and I'm probably going to need a whole day in a darkened room with a cold compress on one's head to get over it all because of loud music and stuff. But let's go with the Doctor thing for a second then, Paul. Now, obviously, I'm always championing live music, and obviously the unsigned artists and band that are in your pubs, clubs, working men clubs, social clubs. But give us some top tips then on how to enjoy live music, but safely.
How to enjoy live music.
But safely, obviously we hear a lot of sort of, shall we say old wives' tales, that you'll go deaf if your ear's too close to the speaker and things like that. Is that true?
I don't know, really.
We gotcha!
I explore various, little places, I quite often go over to Leeds and sort of go to little clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Sort of sit there in the back, anonymously, that sort of thing, really.
Absolutely, yeah. So do you think music would be better if you're nearer or further away then, do you think?
A bit of both, really, I think.
Sit in the middle.
I think
that's the easiest way.
It depends what you like. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of sort of stadium sort of bands and things like that.
No. I do like your sometimes I like your back-end boozers, your small little pubs and clubs and things where you can actually get up and close and personal with the singers and the band members and stuff, and really sort of, have a rapport with them, There's a few good bands that do that in our local area here.
Yeah, and just for an example, I mean, my friend Justin, who's playing with P.P. Arnold live, just doing some of the stuff that they just literally just recorded last week.
Yeah, indeed.
They played, I think it was 229 or what it was called, in London.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it well, yeah. It's
that's
a good venue.
Quite an intimate club.
Indeed. Indeed. It's not huge, the 229 Club, but it's a good club. It's well packed. You know, it really is packed out there.
I think it was fairly packed, but I think, that sort of gig, where it's so intimate, it's like a really good thing.
Well, it's a bit like the 100 Club as well. I'm not sure if you've been there or not. If you've been there, you'll know what I'm talking about.
God,
Obviously, it's downstairs. It's in a basement. It's not huge, but it's huge with names. Everyone that's anyone that's been there. And I'm going to put a quote here from Steve Brooks, who was the founding member of the Jam, who does a lot now with the R&B, and he's absolutely fantastic. He says, you get 2 opportunities at the 100 Club. The first time when you're in there is when you're going up. And the second time is when you're going down.
That's about right, yeah.
That's exactly what he said, and I've always remembered that. So,
I mean, the last time I went there, I think it was sort of Mod's May Day. It was a couple of years ago or something.
Yeah.
And there was Dennis Greaves from The Truth.
Now, it's funny you should say that, because I'm going to be playing a brand new song very shortly. It's called Keep On Keeping On, which is due to be released, I believe, at the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to playing that later.
Okay.
Which is absolutely fantastic. Have you heard it?
No, I haven't, no.
Oh, well, you're going to hear it later, because it will be played on the show before we speak to Mark McLaren later on this evening as well,
brilliant.
from the Sonics. But for now, unless we've missed anything out, Paul, just remind everyone who you are, not the doctor side of things, but the music side of things, and where can we find you?
Well, basically, you can find me on www.soulmaker.com, and that's DR, not doctor. It's drsoulmaker lowercase.com.
Perfect, lovely. And anything else we've missed? Anything else that needs to be said?
Oh, can I give a couple of special mentions?
Of course you can.
Right. Okay. I'll give a special mention to Adam Cooper.
Okay.
At Heavy Soul Records.
Oh, right. I know Heavy Soul Records. Yep.
He does a lovely modzine, fanzine thing, and he's got a great record company and puts out vinyl.
He does indeed. Everyone's going vinyl.
Indeed. And Eddie Pillar. Can I say hello to Eddie?
Yeah, of course you can. Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Hello, Eddie. And he's got a new radio show on totallywiredradio.com.
I hope you got that wrong, because obviously they don't want people going over there.
Totally Wired Radio.
No, we don't want people going over there. They want to stay here. And I'm going to get Eddie I'm going to get Eddie here as well. I think Eddie needs to be coming on to Target Radio. That's what I think.
Eddie's a good lad.
I love Eddie.
And also Richard Searle and Keb Darge and the Beat Collector.
Wow, I think you've covered half the United Kingdom there, Paul, but that is fantastic. Do you want to say hello to the family as well? Go on, while you're there.
Hey?
Say hello to the family as well while you're there. Go on.
Oh, and say hello to the family, Amy and Jack and Deborah.
There we go. And if you've missed any birthdays, this is a cheap way of doing it.
Nice one, Sean.
Oh, Paul, you've been a star this evening. Thank you very much indeed for hopping on. And you take care, and we'll be in touch soon. Obviously, we'll speak to Justin as well in the very short coming weeks as well.
You've got to get Justin on the show, because, I mean, he's a legend.
I would love to, and obviously we can grill him on the PP Arnold and see if he actually has a soft spot for PP. That's what we want to find out. We ask all the major questions here at Target Radio. But for now, Paul Phillips, brilliant stuff. And what we're going to do, we're going to play that track for you very shortly. But I thought we'd play this Starting to Feel Good by the lovely Faye Hallam first and foremost. How's that sound?
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant then. For now then, here's Faye Hallam and Paul Phillips. Thanks ever so much indeed, buddy. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, Em.
Bye.
Bye.